We're in Saint Malo, a very important touristic spot on the map of Brittany, France. It's also called Bretagne, or how do the French call it, Edward?
La Bretagne.
La Bretagne. We've been here for one full day, and since it's 20th of June today, it was so hot I couldn't leave the apartment for a day. And no, they do not have AC here. It's 8 p.m. and we're starving. We're gonna put all our best vibes in and go out, hopefully find a restaurant to eat something for dinner before we faint of starvation. I'm gonna show you around a bit. Saint Malo is also really touristy, and it's also port. The Brits come here. There are like 2 direct routes to the UK from here to different cities, ferries that connect the 2 countries. So yeah, it's pretty popular for them to come here on a holiday. It looks kind of like the UK, but without the rain, so I understand the appeal. Anyhow, let's go see what we are going to eat today. I hear Eddie's buying. So it really looks like nobody's here. It's like 8:30, but I can hear people in their apartments, so I know there's somebody living in these apartments. Forgot to mention that we are in the Solidor part of Saint Malo, which is really close to the South Tower. I have to keep stopping because my dog wants to sniff every possible bush existing on this sidewalk. And I think, Edward, this is like dinner time. I think everybody's enjoying dinner at this point, so that's why nobody's out and about. I can hear them watching TV. Anyway, hopefully we'll find that restaurant. I never imagined that France is so hot in June. It's like 30 degrees. And for the first time this summer or this year, I'm really hoping that it will rain later today so we don't get asphyxiated by the heat. But the good part is that we get to walk on these beautiful streets. And a lot of these buildings, although not super old, I'm not really sure, I'm gonna research this, they look kind of old because they're like stone buildings and you can see the stones. Even our apartment is in an old building that has been refurbished somehow. It's kind of weird and makes me feel a bit uneasy, but it's okay, I guess. But also, a lot of these buildings look really old.
On a hot summer's day, this is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. On a regular day, it's an okay beer.
It's the house beer.
Yeah, it's the house beer, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the kind of beer that after you had 3 or 4, you should really start to enjoy it. It's alright, it's alright.
It's called Saint Ervan.
I wouldn't go back to Romania and try to make it. But it's alright, it's good.
We found something to eat for dinner. It was one of the many creperies, which is a traditional dish around here. You can eat the sweet or the sour ones. The sour ones are called galettes.
Yes.
It's basically like a crepe, but it's more like an envelope in which you put stuff. So it's like, it's flat, but you can put meat or eggs or cheese, and you can have salad on the side, and that's a meal. And yeah, it's basically everywhere. It's the main dish around, so that's what we had. Had a ratatouille one, and Edward had like a salmon one, yeah. And with beer, it was good. It was 36 euros?
Yes.
36 euros for that. Cannot complain because it's really, all the restaurants around here actually kind of touristy. Even the one behind me, it's touristy. There are not a lot of restaurants for locals, as you would find in other places. It's basically just for rich locals or the rich Brits that come here, or French. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a very touristy place overall. I mean, you have like old buildings, like the tower in front of me, all the older buildings around, but not really touristy in the sense that all buildings are an attraction in itself, like in other places. And it's more like chill, relaxed people with their dogs or families or extended families or kids, yeah, come here. Well, as in a lot of coastlines of the ocean, the tide presents itself during the day in two phases. There's a low tide and a high tide, and during the low tide you can walk for a long distance and, you know, explore the bed of the sea, the ocean. And then during the high tide, the water comes really close to the streets, yeah. And you can go swimming like meters away from your house. And apparently there's a video online from some months ago, anyway, during winter, I guess, when there was some sort of storm out on the ocean, on the sea, and there were huge waves hitting the streets. So people who were living there, or the cars that were parked there on the streets facing the ocean, were splashed with huge waves of water. Anyway, and it went viral online. But everything is back to normal. I mean, it was one-time thing, and I don't know. I don't live by the ocean. I'm not really familiar to this kind of events. There are also some companies offering tours around the small islands and around Saint Malo, the original city that we're gonna see tomorrow. By the way, we're gonna continue this video tomorrow because right now it's past sunset. It's like 10 p.m. There is still light outside, but it's not enough light to go walking around, and most places are closed already because they close, you know, people don't keep their shops open all night. So we're gonna wake up hopefully tomorrow morning early, like super early, as the sun rises, so we can film stuff, because otherwise during the day it's just unbearably hot.
You know, you're in France, you know, with the French cuisine and you know, this place of style and elegance, when you can tell people all you ate here is, you know, you've had cider with moulette and with some galette, but really, if you think about it, it's really just comfort food, because all of it is basically boiled in oil, and really tasty, because, you know, oil and butter are really tasty. But most of the food here is that way. You know, the only exception are the fine dining restaurants, and there are a few of those. But I'm sorry, it's just not enough to be satisfied. Not enough food. Not enough food.
What would you want to be satisfied?
No, I am satisfied. I'm just saying that, you know, if you told somebody that you went to Texas and you just had deep fried food, they'd look at you funny. But if you told them you had moulette and galette, that's just my point. Thank you.
Do you think the Brits are excited to come here to eat the oysters and other sea food?
You know, I think they have them too, but I think that the French just make them in a like tastier, fancier way. I heard that the secret here is butter. Yeah, they don't. You know, they do use a lot of butter. That's all I'm saying.
But the desserts are good.
Yes, they do have a lot of apple-based desserts. So I'm sorry we haven't tried those yet, but the tarts and everything else were amazing. And the cider. Yeah, they make a lot of cider because there's so many apples. One use for apples and for rain.
It's too hot. It's very hot.
Too hot to handle.
Too hot to handle.
I hope you're gonna make your video here in this particular perimeter in the shade and nothing else.
Gonna make it here.
I'm just looking for the weather forecast, and it lied to me. It told me until 5 o'clock it's gonna be cloudy. But now I don't know what to believe. Oh.
And since it's so hot today, we decided to go on a cruise promenade. It takes 1 hour and a half, and they accept dogs. It was 25 euros per person. Eddie paid.
Steal.
It's a steal. I think it's gonna be nice. It's like 30 something degrees today. Sweating. We made it on the boat. Somebody's pretty hot. Somebody else is pretty hot. I think we're the only tourists here speaking English. And it's a very hot day. I think they issue a heat stroke warning on the weathercast for today. But we decided, yeah, it's a great day to go walking in the sun. Boat tour takes 1 hour and a half and takes you just around the port. And the main attractions, there are some smaller islands with some fortifications on them. So we're gonna see that. The staff is really friendly, and we were able to book a last minute ticket. As you can see, it's not really full, and there are like 2 companies offering almost 4 tours per day or something, like a lot of tours. A nice activity, and we thought it was gonna be good since it's so hot outside. The ice cream helped, but yeah.
Other than drinking beer, jumping in the water, there's nothing bad, right?
I mean, you can jump in the water. The water looks pretty blue, but it's so hot outside. You're gonna feel like
It's just gonna boil me over, right?
yeah, and you won't even realize it. So that's the danger. We try to manage.
Don't forget that Saint Malo is one of the 7 Celtic nations, which means that you don't have to go to Ireland and get dumped on with rain. You can just come here where it's sunny. I had a gentleman tell me while we were waiting for the bathroom, he told me in French that the weather, in the winter is pretty nice, or at least that's what I understood. My French is not that good. So if you don't want to go to Ireland, there are 6 other Celtic nations, and Saint Malo is one of them. And we're gonna check out some Celtic music. Brittany, sorry, Brittany
It's one of them.
is one of the 7 Celtic nations.
And now they have the Celtic music at the festival.
And now we will check out the Celtic traditional music in the Saint Malo festival.
Maybe gonna.
Do you want me to tell you how the cruise was?
Yeah.
I was on a cruise, on a boat, on a ferry. I was on a ferry in Saint Malo a few hours earlier. It was incredibly hot, but pleasant because there was a bit of a breeze. And we checked out all of the islands nearby. And one of them especially is for rich people with really nice houses. And Napoleon III's mother used to live there.
It's not an island. It's Dinan. It's the other city on the other coast.
I'm just speaking really quickly, so some of the details get messed up. That's okay. People will understand. And it's really lovely here.
Bam bam. Oh, in the end, well, not in the end, after a long day of suffering in the scorching heat, it was announced heat wave from the Weather Institute here. But yeah, we walked around, and then we took the boat, and then we explored a bit more, and then went to the restaurant and decided that Saint Malo isn't that bad after all. Yeah. Oops. Right now it started to be a bit windy, so the temperature dropped, and it's almost bearable. It's actually more than bearable. It's actually really nice. And there's a local festival happening right now. It's a music festival with different stages throughout the city with different themes and local bands and local music, and that's really nice. And right now it's late in the afternoon, so the tide is low and people are starting to walk on the tide everywhere. It's really nice, and the surrounding small islands are reachable by foot because the tide is so low right now. And I think that is one of the main attractions here, the fact that the low tide is so low. The guide on the boat today said that Saint Malo is the third lowest tide in the world, has a third lowest tide in the world after Canada and Japan. Currently the sea drops by 30 meters here, so the beaches basically are gigantic at low tide, and you can walk to the nearby small islands which have some fortifications on them. That's really cool, and they're really proud of their fortifications. And why do they have these fortifications? Because at some point the war happened here, and the Germans built some of them, and also the French before them built as well some of the fortifications, because they thought that they're going to be attacked, right? In case the world would find out that they're kind of rich, so they built that. The kings at the time ordered them to build it, and there's a lot happening, more than it meets the eye. But overall, I think people are more drawn to this place because of the beaches, right?
Yeah.
I think the beaches are huge attractions, and I can see why at this point. It's a really nice beach.
And the cruise that you can take for Saint Malo is really worth it. It takes you to all of the fortifications, and it tells you about the corsairs. They are different from pirates. They're basically pirates that the king employs to scare off the real pirates. And you can check out a really wealthy other city that's near to Saint Malo. And it all looks quite unique and beautiful, even on a really hot summer's day. A bunch of it was blown to shreds by the Germans during World War II, including an island that's only half the existing size of the original one, because there was so much of it that was blown up. And a lot of it, as Julia pointed out, looks like castles from a television show in France, where you have to solve riddles and you get prizes. All in all, it's, I think, the most famous place in Brittany, and I'm really glad we came here for the sights, the weather, and the beer.
Eu cred că aș putea să stau aici, să mănânc scoici, cartofi prăjiți și să beau bere pentru tot restul zilelor mele.
Zice doar care acum jumătate de oră mai avea un pic și...
Berea rezolvă tot. Berea și dragostea.
Și mâncarea.
Ceva sinistru ce se întâmplă aici.
Dai seama că cred că la Dori place maxim marinatul ăsta în apă sărată.
Vacanța asta e...
Adore! Zic că te punem pe internet și pe aceea ce merge lumea. Următoarea de tot. Stai. Vezi, uite la noi și râd.